Alright, today we're going to be shaving the door handle here on the driver's side. So I'm going to kind of run you over here and show you how to make some patterns. Now I have several videos on YouTube. I just want to try to make sure that we don't forget anything, that we're able to show you everything you need to know to shave your own door handles, weld them in, make your own plates. So I'm going to pull you over here to the panel and let you see what we're doing here. So basically what we do is we're just going to take our door handle, and I've got some 3-inch masking tape. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just tape off the areas that I want to shave, and I'm going to make some patterns. The reason I do this is I like to make my own, just so that I know that they're nice and they're perfect and they fit the door just like if they were custom made. Well, they are custom made because we're custom making them. So what we're going to do is you want to always overlap the last piece of tape, okay? And then we're just going to take a magic marker, a little Sharpie, and we're going to just draw a little line. Okay? Try to make it as straight as possible. The straighter you make it, the better your cut's going to be, and the less grinding and fitting that you need to do. Okay? So now from here, we're going to start on the keyhole. Alright, it's not perfectly straight, but when I cut it with the razor blade, it'll be a lot straighter because I can kind of feel it as I'm cutting it out. Let me go grab a razor blade. Alright, I got my razor blade, and what I'm going to do here is just kind of glide. You can feel the edge of the metal. Okay, so you just want to kind of glide it along your line that you drew. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight, because you can actually, with the edge in the corner of this blade, you can feel right where the metal is. The black line is just there to kind of give you a reference. You don't have to write on that black line exactly perfectly, but what you need to do is just make sure that when you cut it, that it's all cut. I don't know if I cut this bottom area. Okay. And when you pull this off, just kind of pull gentle so you don't separate the tape. Okay, so now what we have is our pattern for where we're actually going to make this filler plate. And I got some other videos that you can watch that kind of show how to do this. But I always like to do this when I still have the door handle in place and I still have the key lock in place, the cylinder there, because it gives a little bit of support for the tape so that you get it as straight as you possibly can. Less grinding is always better for me. You know, you can cut these things pretty close. So there's our two patterns, and we're going to go transfer those over onto some sheet metal. Alright, we're over here on our sheet metal. This is just 18 gauge sheet metal. And what I've done is I've got some other plates that we're making. We're shaving all the door handles on this Astrovan, and also the fuel door, the gas tank, we're shaving that as well, and also the license plate pocket and the back doors. So I'll take my keyhole and I'll just set it right here like this. Then I'll take my Sharpie. Now I always draw on the outside so that when I cut my new metal, when I cut this out and I grind it down, if I see any black after I get done cutting these out, then I know I still need to grind some more off, because my pattern is a little big. The reason I make it a little bit big is so that I have that extra to grind down. If you make it too small, then you got to start all over again and remake the whole thing again. So that's really all there is for patterns and how to make them. I'll try to separate this video up so that I have a video on just making patterns, and I have a video on how to do the welding, and then another video on how to actually let them up and bondo and do your final glaze. But so we're going to go over and grab our grinder and cut these out with our cutoff wheel, and we'll come back in a sec. Alright, now what I've taken is some 16 gauge steel and I've just kind of cut them out. I drew a pattern which is on another video kind of showing you how to make this. So I made these two patterns with just some masking tape that I taped off to the hole. So we're going to take these over to the grinder and we're just going to kind of trim them up and edge them to fit. So hopefully you can see kind of what these look like. Just cut them off with a little standard, you know, cut off wheel on a grinder. And then we're going to take them over here to the vise and clean up all the edges. Alright, it's all done. I have the plates all made and formed into position. And what I did is I just put a little black mark on here so I know which end's up on both of these. Just because I find which way to, you know, curve in there so that it fits the best. And now I'm going to just tack these in. I'm just going to stitch weld them. We've still got a lot of work to do on this van. So I'm just going to stitch weld these back and forth. We're going to start here, 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 here. And you can kind of watch some of my other videos where I show how to do that. Yeah, so we're just going to stitch weld these in, and I'll just do another clip here in just a sec. Okay, I got a metal grinding disc on my DeWalt. Alright, we just finished it up. Got it all welded into place. Come out good. We did get a little bit of bowing right here, a little warp there, and just a little bit up here, but the rest is all good. Alright, we're all done with this. Part of the problem that we have is we have like a really inexpensive welder. It's just a Harbor Freight MIG welder. It doesn't have gas. It burns really hot. It'll do the job for you. It'll do a really good job. But the problem that you have is those cheap, inexpensive welders are going to give you warping because they burn at hotter temperatures, and when they burn hotter temperatures you get warping on this thin metal. So I recommend, if you're going to do something like this, if you've watched the video series, you've seen that we've been able to shave all these door handles, which is good, I mean, because you can get the job done. But the best way I find to do it is to use like a really good wire feed welder, MIG welder. Even if you wanted to use a TIG welder, I think that's a little overkill. But you definitely need something with gas. If you have gas, you can turn your temperatures down and you get a cleaner weld, less slag. I think we're going to make the investment and get one of those just because we're doing a lot of welding on this van. So hopefully these videos have been helpful for you guys. Please let me know. You know, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. I mean, I'm in a lot of different places there, so you can kind of do some research if you want to look at, you know, other videos that we've done. We built a Silverado last year. So this is pretty much it for the shaved door handle series. We're going to have some other videos coming here relatively soon. We're going to be doing a door jam. We're going to be showing you how to skin a door. There's a lot of other cool videos coming. So just wanted to kind of share this with you. We are going to be getting new welder. We're going to be adding some new parts to our artillery, to our tool supply. So anyway, we're pretty much done for today, and we'll talk to you guys in the next video. So check me out at scottysmobiledetailing.com. Thanks. Bye.